Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures, and today we're going to take a look at something that this channel is no stranger to, and that is big giant dinosaurs. Not this one, but this is just going to be our litmus test for a decent sized monstrosity, and we're going to be taking a look specifically at a new model from Beast Creations. Beast Creations has been putting out some nice looking, more sci-fi themed lizards, and I really enjoy that. And honestly, I'd love to see them go even more hardcore into the more techie style. But today we're going to be taking a look at the Nebuladon, with a fun name like that. And he's going to be quite the massive beast, when his body is just as tall as the T-Rex hanging out in the back there. So he is a big crested dinosaur. Now I know that Clay Beast has put out quite a few big monster lizards at this point. I'm trying to figure out exactly what he would be a stand-in for if you were going to use him as a Seraphon equivalent. And I'm not 100% sure. And you know what? I like that. I like the fact that, you know what, it could probably be used as a couple of different things. I was disappointed a little that the tail is just a flat attachment, but then again, it fits in pretty smoothly there on the back of the body. We have some nice little vestigial clawed hands. That's the other thing I was trying to figure out. I got in an argument with my kid about this. The fact that he is crested like a, what are they, the hadrosaurs or a parasaurolophus, myosaur, I don't know, all the various duckbill types. He's got that head crest, but then he is quite clawed and carnivorous looking. And then we have his feet. So that's all of the main bits. Obviously, it's pretty straightforward there. I do like the little armored embellishments on him. He's got a lot of interesting crest spikes, sails, fun things like that. And you'll notice that his back is particularly unadorned. And I like that. And I wanted to point that out because if you were so inclined, which I usually am, there's actually a little sci-fi space-looking throne for your priestly priest to be perched upon. So this is kind of like the, I forget what they're called. It was like the star priest or something like that. Obviously, pretty easy to come up with uses for a guy like this in a lizard army. And even in a not-lizard army. One of the nice things also about this guy is he's pretty straightforward if you wanted to just get him posed on a base. He is a little bit smaller than our regular saurian type guy here. But I think once we've got our big monster all put together, it's going to be quite a nice piece. So let me get all these pieces nice and fitted, and we'll see how it turns out. Sit tight. All right, we got our Nebulon all put together, and then we spent the last 30 minutes or so trying to find where we put all of our Seraphon lizards, and I have absolutely no idea. I know I have a Troodon, and I'm pretty sure I still have an old metal Carnosaur somewhere in this house. But where is anybody's guess? Let's see if we can get this a little bit better. Okay. So you can see he's filling up quite a bit of space there on camera. Construction, obviously, was very simple. Pretty smooth. I mean, and if you're going to be a big stickler for the connection points, I mean, yeah, you can smooth those over, stick a little putty, you're going to be golden. I mean, it's pretty obvious where the connections are. The tail, not as much as the hands and feet, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I would say he should fit pretty well on a typical base for said monsters. If you don't have one of those, I'd say, I mean, a 100mm base right here is just going to work fabulously. It's a Mears one, but Mears bases are always fabulous for whatever needs to be on them. For example, Mears models, if you want to have a good variety of just giant lizards. You can't go wrong with Mears stuff either, but we're getting off track here. You'll notice that he is quite naked still at the moment, and that's because, well, I didn't put his little base on. One thing I forgot to mention is the bottom of his little palanquin, dais, chair, whatever you want to call this thing, throne of power, it actually is designed to just fit on those little ridges on his back and get glued on there. Obviously, I don't want to glue mine on yet, but it fits quite well. Obviously, at that angle, it's not going to work so well, and then he's just going to plop Which way does your tail want to turn, my friend? Like so. Maybe his tail's supposed to go through the little hole, like on, I guess so. Okay, that makes sense. Hell, maybe you can use it as a little floaty hover car thing, and you've got yourself a... You lost an arm! Oh no! I'll have to get that fixed. Like so. You get the idea. Let's see if the glue is still malleable. Of course not. That's okay. Nobody will know the difference. So, grabbing our other little T-Rex friend here, you can see that our Nebuladon is significantly larger, so that's always a big plus. And the fact that, you just want to have him running around adorned with fancy jewelry like he is, I think is going to work great. You don't have to have him necessarily working in tandem with some kind of lizard army, but if you wanted to use him in games like Kings of War, Ninth Age, even Age of Sigmar, I think you could probably find a lot of uses for such a magnificent beast. Eventually, I'm going to get around to printing out most of the other big thundery lizards from Clay Beast. I really would like to see them go back and make an even bigger Carnosaur style model, though. I thought theirs was a little bit, not that it was bad, but it just seems kind of small now in comparison to some of the other stuff that they put out. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll continue to see even bigger beasts. And I love the fact that they really seem to be continuing with this sci-fi trappings of their lizards, and I hope that continues. So we'll put a link down below if you want to check this stuff out for yourself. I absolutely wholeheartedly recommend you do. And just besides the lizards, they also have all kinds of fun beastmen of various breeds, and they're working towards doing some undead as well. So if any of that tickles your fancy, I absolutely wholeheartedly recommend you do check that stuff out. With that said, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we will see you back here soon. Bye-bye.